Hey guys, I'm back again. Welcome to day 5 in life with the Google Pixel 7a. Today I'm going to talk about the software and then I'll jump into day 5 with this phone. Just in terms of the experience with Pixel phones, you get a very simple and pure Android UI. They have limited bloatware. This comes with the Google app pre-installed, and then bought this from T-Mobile, so they do have the T-Mobile app in there, but you don't like it, you just go in and uninstall it. So in general, if you want less bloatware, Pixel phones are the way to go for Android. Samsung phone loads their phone with their own version of their apps, like Samsung Internet, which I never use, Samsung Notes, and all the other stuff they have built in. Some people use them, some people don't. With Google, you get a cleaner blank slate when you buy the phone. So with the Google Pixel 7a, it is currently running Android 13, and you are promised 3 years of updates, so it'll last you until Android 16. That is a year less than what Samsung have to offer. So even though Google owns Android and owns the Android operating system, they actually offer less support than Samsung. You do get 4 years of security update though, but that last year is just gonna be running on Android 16. So it's just something to keep in mind when you're shopping for a phone. I know these mid-range phones offer a lot of features and the price tag is pretty reasonable, but there are reasons why Samsung charge more. Samsung just offer more features and longer software support on their phones. One of the most annoying things I find on Google Pixel phone is just the extra steps that I need to take when turning off Wi-Fi. I know I complained this in my prior Pixel 7 videos, but essentially whenever you want to turn off your Wi-Fi, you gotta hit the internet toggle, and then it gives you the option to turn off 5G or turn off Wi-Fi. There's never a situation where I just want to turn off 5G specifically as I turn off my Wi-Fi, so just having to do that extra step is super annoying. On the Samsung One UI, you just have the Wi-Fi on, Wi-Fi off. Super simple. Pixel, you just gotta hit internet and then Wi-Fi off. In general, I do turn my Wi-Fi on and off pretty often because whenever I get in my car, I like to turn off my Wi-Fi so that when I drive off and my music is streaming, it doesn't cut off for that few seconds. When it realizes that Wi-Fi is no longer connected, then it jumps over to 5G, so it eliminates that extra step. But on Samsung phones, you can set up routines, so whenever you get in a car, it detects that Bluetooth is connected, and I have everything automated so that the maps open up, the music play, the Wi-Fi turn off, so all that happens automatically whenever I get into the car with my S23. Google Pixel phones can do that as well, but I will dig into the settings, maybe look for routines or something, see if it offers something similar. That way it can reduce some times of me just turning Wi-Fi on and off. Something that sounds very simple, but little things like that adds up over time. Every second here and there, this get annoying after a while. And I notice in the notification Pixels, they do not have the snooze option like they do on Samsung. Samsung phone on the bottom right hand corner, if you want to snooze the notification, make it come back, I don't know, 15 minutes, 2 hours later, you don't want to address it then, you could just snooze it. Versus on a Pixel, maybe there's a way to do it, but it's not as readily available that I can see. And sometimes I don't want to just swipe the notification away because I might forget, because notification handling is just another full-time job. Some days getting so many notifications, you don't know what to do with it. And then just gotta go down the list one by one to prioritize them. And with the Google Pixel 7, whenever you take screenshot on default, you have to hold the power button and the volume down. I think they should lend the volume up because whenever I'm holding it with my right hand, I find it very difficult to do because I can't really touch the power button and the bottom button at the same time. Yeah, so it's just not really feasible. If I'm holding on my left hand, however, it is easier because I can just spread out my 2 fingers and just do the screenshot that way. I know there's so many different ways to do screenshot. You can pull down the notification panel. There's a screenshot option up there. But the option that I find to be most useful is you can actually go into your gestures and assign the double tap on the back of the phone. So whenever I double tap my phone, you can make it launch certain apps like the flashlight, Google Assistant, but I decide to make it for screenshot. So just come to the settings, change that, and now I can just double tap the back of my phone to take screenshots. Something pretty simple and basic. It just makes my life easier than me trying to take a screenshot with the power button and the down button, which is what I'm typically used to doing with the Samsung phones. Fingerprint sensor on this phone works fine. It is similar to the Pixel 7 and the 7 Pro. It's not blazing fast by any means, but it works for the most part. I do like how the sensor is big, so I do get it to work. It may be like a split second slower than the S23, but even though the S23 is super accurate with the ultrasonic, I feel like the sensor is so small that I keep missing it. so I have to spend more time redoing it compared to the Google Pixel 7a, even though it's slower, but I tend to hit it correctly the first time. But for the most part, I do use Face Unlock. It tends to be pretty reliable, so I don't really find myself using the fingerprint sensor that often due to the fact that the Face Unlock works most of the time. Saw this Reddit thread where someone complained about the fingerprint sensor is super bright in the morning. I personally don't really experience it that much due to the fact that I have all the other unlocking available. The Smart Unlock, it detects that I'm at home, and in addition to that, Face Unlock does a really good job, so I rarely ever need to rely on the fingerprint sensor. Okay, let's quickly jump into day 5 with this phone. Woke up at 6:45 a.m. was feeling creative today. Decided to take a slow motion Snapchat video of my coffee and oatmeal. Got some boba tea oatmeal going this morning that I bought from Whole Foods. Today I was super swamped with work, so I started work really early at 8:30 a.m. I usually start at 9. Did not get to eat lunch until 2 p.m. and at that point my phone is at 47%. And throughout my day I just read random news on Twitter whenever I get notifications, or I just go to the Google Discovery page. So on Twitter, I saw that The Weeknd officially changed his name on his Twitter handle. Definitely a big Weeknd fan. I know he's been talking about it for a while, but now it is official, I guess. You know, whenever my channel will get really big, one day I'll change my name to my real name as well. But in the afternoon, just eating lunch outside in order to get some sunlight since I've been trapped inside working all morning. Had this one fly that kept bothering me as I was eating, so I had to go back inside, bring out my fly swatter. And then that fly never came back. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. 4:46 p.m. phone is at 14%, so just basically dead. 12 hours of battery life on a super busy Monday. Had a bunch of meetings, so I used my favorite Google Recorder app, which took out 1/5 of the battery, running for 3 hours out of my 8 hours workday. Camera was used for about 20 minutes early in the morning as I'm shooting these videos. Android system intelligent, have no idea what that is, but I assume that it goes hand in hand with the Google Recorder, probably transcribing and doing AI work in the background. Apparently I had YouTube playing for 5 hours today as I navigate throughout the day. I always have YouTube playing, whether it's music, motivational video, tips and tricks. And even though it's playing, the screen may not necessarily always be on, so I'm just playing in the back because I do have YouTube Premium. So for today, only 1.5 hours of screen on time. That's because I spend most of my day working and not really looking at my phone. So that just reflects my usage. But overall, still 12 hours of battery life, which is pretty solid. And this wraps up day 5. Remember to like and subscribe. Please check out day 4. I have a super busy Saturday running around doing chores, mowing the lawn. So make sure to check out that video to see how the battery life performs.